Welcome everyone to the Lions Den here at Leander High School, where the Lions are getting ready to take on crosstown rival Vista Ridge in the first matchup of the two teams here in 13-6A play. It will be the last game of 2019, but it'll also be the last game of this decade. Lions coming into today's game with a record of 2 wins and 1 loss, while the Vista Ridge Rangers have a record of no wins and 3 losses. But as I mentioned, this is a crosstown rivalry, and you can throw the records out the window. Joining me today will be Martin Cano on color, as Mark Sickles will be performing duties down on the PA mic. And so I spoke to Coach Bradley a little bit pregame, and got a little bit of an interview, and so we're going to go on ahead and cut over to that interview real quick here, and we'll be right back after that, so stay tuned. You're listening to Leander Lions basketball on SHN Sports. We'll be right back. I'm here with Coach Bradley of the Leander Lions. We're getting ready to take on the Vista Ridge Rangers in a last game of 2019, last game of the decade, even. So not just the year. Coach, you warmed up. You have a 2-1 record here in 13-6A, but you spent a little time out of town at a tournament.
Yes, sir.
Give us your thoughts on that tournament, how we played, kind of teams we faced, things like that.
So we go to the Colony every year. In the Dallas area, it's a different style of basketball than Central Texas, and so we see everything from half-court teams to full-court teams, super athletic teams and things like that. And so when we go there, what we're looking for is to get exposed in some areas that we need to work on, and that's what happened at the Colony. We went 2-2. It was a very successful tournament. Both games that we lost, they were very close ball games, could have gone either way, which those are some of the things that we want to be able to fix, obviously, prior to district play. So very pleased with everything that took place at the Colony, and so our guys were able to fix some things in practice, and now we're ready to jump back in the gauntlet that's 13-6A.
Well, and there's a lot of athletic teams here in 13-6A, but surely you got to see some of those Fort Worth area, Dallas area teams that are very athletic.
Absolutely. There were some high top-notch teams that arguably there were some teams there that might be in San Antonio when it's all said and done, playing for a state championship. So it was a great experience for our kids and our coaching staff.
A good opportunity for them to compete against some really talented teams.
Absolutely.
And it's always a fun thing, and it's a little bit of a team builder when you can take a team out of town.
Yes, we enjoy it. Just, besides just the game of basketball, it's a great opportunity for our kids to, spend some time together, in the hotel, hang out, that kind of stuff. Every time we come back from this tournament, we're a better team on the court and we're a better team off the court. So it's great for our kids.
Excellent. Okay, well, we're 2-1. We're able to get a win on the road right before the break. Talk about that win and what we can expect today against Vista.
It was anytime you can get a road win here or in 13-6A, it's a big deal. So we were real pleased with that. We had a slow start against Henderson, but we were able to battle back and then obviously take the lead and then keep the lead. So the opportunity today, Vista Ridge they're sitting at 0-3, but you cannot overlook them. They got some kids that can shoot the ball really well. They play hard, and so our thing is this: protect home court, do things, both on the defensive end and the offensive end, play together, play hard, rebound the basketball, and hopefully we'll come back with a W today.
Well, and you can throw those records out when it comes to Vista versus Leander, and especially on a holiday, last game of the year, last game of the decade.
Absolutely. So. Sometimes these games you can throw out X's and O's, and it's about who's the tougher team, both physically and mentally.
Right.
Are you going to execute the proper way, or are you going to do things that it takes to win? It's sometimes X's and O's, just throw it out and hey, go get it.
Well, and you got guys trying to get in each other's heads. They've known each other since childhood. Sure. Played against each other in various leagues growing up, and so it should be an exciting game to round out 2019 and 2020 coming up really quick.
We're excited. But we feel this group is starting to turn a corner. We have yet to play our best basketball, and we talked about it early in the year. we had made some mistakes. We had a stretch where we were making, just things that we just normally don't do. And I told our guys, I said, fellas, stick together, trust the process and what we're trying to get done, and eventually we're going to turn that corner. And then hopefully by the time we get right in the middle of district, that's when we start peaking, and that's going to be a big deal for us.
Well, Coach, good luck today, and have a happy New Year, and we'll get you on Friday, okay?
Thank you. All right, we'll see you.
Good luck. Go Lions.
Yes, sir.
So welcome back to the Lions Den here. Again, I'm with Martin Cano on color commentary. How are you today, Martin?
Good, Chuck. Good. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. Did you have a good one so far?
So far,
Get everything you wanted and all of that
It's been great.
stuff?
Well, my wife got everything she wanted, and the kids.
Well, they always say happy wife, happy life. So,
I would,
there is some truth to that. Whether we want to admit it or not, there is a little bit of truth to that statement. And Coach Bradley had mentioned the importance in this pregame and in previous pregames of defending home court here, the Lions Den, and so far the Lions have done that. They've had one game here. They were able to get the win. They dropped one on the road and got one on the road. And so this is their second opportunity to defend the Lions Den, and it's against crosstown rival Vista Ridge.
Yes, big game. Always want to hold home court, keep that serve in your side, and hope that you can maintain in a very competitive district that we're in.
It is very competitive and athletic. He mentioned that previously, and we not on the interview, but we talked a little bit about potential redistricting. But he didn't want to get too far ahead of himself. So
Absolutely.
we'll talk about that at the end of the season. But we're going to do the anthem here, and we'll go to the PA mic, as you know him, Mark Sickles. The anthem, and we'll be getting underway here very shortly. Again, the PA, Mark Sickles, a parent of one of the players. He spends, as you are, Martin, as well.
Absolutely.
One of the many familiar parental faces around LHS. But, he's serving down there, and so, it's great to be able to have the resources, other parents that are willing, to step out. Maybe it's not out of your comfort zone, Martin, because you're pretty amiable guy. So, you just got to be yourself on the air, and it comes across pretty well. But for some people, that is stepping out of the comfort zone. And what we would like at Leander is to try to get parents to participate volunteer-wise in all aspects. From volunteering to broadcast games to sitting in the concession stand and collecting money, to all of it.
Behind the scenes makes everything work.
That's right. And so we're going to get the line up here. Loof getting the start today.
Number 10, 6'2" senior, Michael Sickles.
Sickles must have grown an inch. He's about 6'2", though. He listed at 6'1", but I think maybe it's hair. Coach mentioned it. He's pretty excited about this lineup. They haven't played their best basketball yet, so hopefully they can see a little bit of that today. We've seen flashes of it both on the offensive and defensive sides of the ball, but getting a little bit of a shake-up in the lineup as they're going to have Loof out there on the starting lineup. So,
well, as Coach indicated, we had a pretty competitive tournament, and all the games are competitive, win or lose. Chris had several opportunities to start. We had some kids that were sick, and he filled in, did it very good.
That's a good opportunity to get guys that don't necessarily get a lot of playing time, that you get an opportunity to see them in real game action, and especially in a tournament like that where you want to win every game you play, but you can afford to lose a tournament game a lot easier than a district game.
Absolutely.
It costs you the postseason if you're not careful in district, messing around with lineups too much. And Robledo with the tip over to Sickles. And so the Lions will move the ball across the timeline. That's Colbert with the basketball. He passes down low to Robledo, who tries to turn on the block, and there's going to be a foul call against number 34, Johnny Clark. And so the Lions will inbound from under the backboard into Robledo. And the loose ball is taken by the Rangers, and they push it across the timeline. Robledo on the floor with the basketball. Number 4 drives the baseline. That's Aiden Bailey. And it's going to be a travel called against Vista. Bailey got in there, and Colbert was there to provide a little defense, caused him to shuffle his feet, and the Lions will carry the ball back the other direction. Colbert with the basketball, right wing. He dribbles across the top of the key to the left wing, looking to pass. Gets it out top of the key to Puckett. Puckett drives down the right side of the lane, gets it into Loof in the lane, and he tries to get a layup. It's going to get a block and a foul against the Vista Ridge Rangers. It looks like they're going to call that against number 21, Adonis Anderson. So go ahead.
Good opportunity to go inside today. We have a considerable height advantage.
Got to take advantage of it, and apparently there's and I can attest that it's hit our household, but apparently there's some flu going around affecting these rosters, and so the Lions take an early 1-0 lead with Loof. Second attempt from the free throw stripe is off the front iron, no good. Puckett with a chance to rebound, battling with Clark for that rebound. They're going to get a foul called against the Rangers, and that'll be Clark's second.
Two quick fouls.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try to keep control of this game, as they should. Crosstown rivalry game. You don't want it to get too chippy, especially early.
Absolutely.
So to inbound, Colbert for the Lions. He'll get it into Sickles way back near the timeline. He'll dribble into the left wing, get a screen from Loof, and the defenders will switch. Sickles picks up his dribble, hands to Robledo. Near the scorer's table, he'll dribble up left wing, pulls up for a three-pointer, drills it. 3-0, Lions lead. 4-0 now.
Beautiful shot by Noah.
Yeah, you'd like to see that smooth stroke go down like that. So you're feeling it early. The Rangers working the ball around. Allen with the basketball, tries to get it down low to number 21, Anderson. It's going to be off a line out of bounds, as they were there defensively to prevent an easy layup. I apologize, the camera didn't keep up with the action. We'll get it down here. It's a holiday, so. The inbound goes to Anderson. Anderson gets it over to Bailey. Bailey guarded by Robledo. He'll get it over to Dawes. Dawes, ball out of bounds on the line bench. Pass intended for Allen. He was unable to handle it, and the Lions will take the basketball. Robledo will inbound to Colbert. Colbert will dribble, taking instruction from Coach Bradley, gets across the timeline. Dribbles cross court near the visitor's side, down the right wing. Pulls back out, he's going to be trapped. Colbert still maintains the dribble. Now he pulls it up, passes to Puckett in the lane. We're going to have a travel. It was a nice pass from Colbert to Puckett in the lane, but he kind of bobbled it, and you can't bobble it and move those feet at the same time. That's travel.
Yeah, need a clean catch there.
Yeah, it's easy to say from up here. 6:02 remaining here, 4-0 Lion lead. Rangers working it inside. That's Josh Pump with the basketball. That's a good basketball name, Josh Pump. Is that real? That's got to be real. It's in type. It's typed in. Nobody handwrote that.
That's what it says.
Sickles inbounds to Colbert as the Lions possess the ball with 5:48 remaining here in the first period, leading 4-0 over the Rangers. Colbert, deep right wing. Hands to Sickles coming the other way. Sickles near the top of the key. Passes over to Puckett, left wing. Puckett picks up his dribble on the left wing, tries to get it to Loof, and he does. Loof gets it across court to Sickles, and they get it now down low on the block to Puckett. Spins, shot no good. Rebound Robledo. He turns back baseline, and he had his shot blocked, and it went out of bounds to the Lions.
To the Lions. It was a good move to the inside, but two people trying to cover Noah down low.
Well, when Robledo gets the basketball, you can bet that whoever we play, their defense of strategy is two guys on him. Robledo with a three-pointer, no good. Rebound to the Rangers, Bailey, and he'll get it up court. It's being pushed by Allen out to number 13. Pump, and his three-pointer's no good. Rebound Sickles. Sickles across the timeline, left wing. Slows his dribble up, pulls up top of the key, drains it. The net hardly moved. It was so accurate.
Nice shot by Sickles.
If Sickles and Robledo can shoot like that, the Lions will have no problem this afternoon. 7-0 lead. Rangers with the basketball. Dawes with it. Sickles guarding him. Dawes with a three-pointer off the back iron, no good. There's a whistle, and we have a little bit of contact on the attempt to rebound. To go against the Rangers, looks like. Or maybe somebody was on the line. Regardless, Lion basketball, Colbert with the basketball. 4:35 remaining in the first period. 7-0 is the score. Colbert gets it over to Puckett. Puckett hands to Sickles. Sickles down to Robledo in the lane with a nice lay-in. That was beautiful ball movement by the Lions there. 9-0.
Lions out to a fast start.
Evans with the basketball, or Allen rather with the basketball. Tries to get down low to Pump. Tipped away by Loof. They're going to get Loof with a foul, though. They tried to get it down low to Josh Pump, the 6'2 senior for the Rangers. So the Rangers will inbound under the backboard. It'll be Iman Allen will inbound. Gets it to Pump at the right wing. He'll get it down to the corner. Back out to Pump, top of the key as he'll start the dribble. He'll pass it down to Dawes. Dawes back to Pump. Pump dribbles down the left wing. Stolen by Puckett. Puckett gets it ahead to Sickles. Nice lay-in by Sickles. A for sure lay-in. You know he wanted to dunk it, but you got to take that for sure basket. 11-0 is the Lion lead. Anderson gets it out to Pump with a pass in the lane, and Vista finally breaks the scoring drought. It's now 11-2. Lions on top with 3:33 remaining here in the first period, and I'm going to assume that timeout was the Lions' timeout?
No, I believe it was Vista Ridge.
He waited a while. He wanted to make sure they scored a basket before he gave them a break, maybe.
Nice to see the Lions out to a fast start.
Yeah, it's not something that you see a lot with any teams, you know. I mean, as much warming up as the high school teams do pregame, you think they'd come out just on fire. But, you know, it's a lot different when you got somebody throwing a defensive strategy your way. Their athleticism, they're putting a hand in your face. You know, they're trying to force you to throw passes in certain areas. And
absolutely.
Prevent you from passing in others. And so
we got Zach Meyer, the senior, in for Chris Loof.
Okay, Meyer in. Colbert with the basketball. He takes the inbound from Sickles, dribbles across the timeline. Colbert picks up a pick. It's going to go to Robledo, then Puckett. Back to Robledo, right wing. Robledo dribbles in the lane. Layup almost down. Tip in no good from Meyer, and the Rangers are taking it back the other way. Dawes, it's poked away by Sickles. Fast break. Sickles Two guys on him defensively. They're going to get a foul on Sickles. He almost still knocked that down. That was pretty good hustle from the senior.
Good defense, good steal.
Yeah, they didn't want to give him an easy basket as Dawes, having had the ball stolen from him, tried to close that distance. He got a little help from number 2, Iman Allen. But that'll put Sickles at the line for a 1-for-1 with 3:04 left in the first period. First shot is good, and the Lions are up 12-2 now. Sickles will take his second free throw here. 10-point Lion lead. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound to Anderson. Anderson gets it over to Allen. Allen pulls up his dribbles, fires it over to Bailey. Bailey passes it to Dawes. Dawes back to Bailey. Bailey to Dawes, right wing, guarded by Robledo. Back to Bailey near the top of the key. Bailey dribbles to his left, passes back over to Dawes near the top of the key, back over to Bailey as they swing it around the arc looking for an opening. Shot no good, rebound Puckett. Puckett pulls up as he crosses the timeline. He didn't pick up his dribble though, drives down the lane, gets it inside to Meyer for an easy runner. It's now 14-2 Lions up.
Good pass from Puckett to Meyer.
You want to build as big a lead as you can so you can utilize your bench here.
Absolutely.
But you don't want to get complacent, especially against a rival like Vista. Anderson tries to get it inside to Eaton, and we're going to have a foul called against the Lions. And we'll have a couple of substitutions come in for Leander as Loof will come back in for Robledo as Meyer will remain out. And Sickles will come out, and replacing him will be McVeigh, or Youngblood rather. 2:02 left on the clock.
Got a foul there on Chris Loof.
He got a quick foul.
Quick foul. Tried to go inside. He wasn't going to have any of that.
No, Loof's not going to let you have an easy one. First free throw is good from Anderson, and that'll be the first points at the stripe for the Rangers here today. 14-3. So Adonis Anderson's second free throw is good. It is now 14-4 as they cut it back to a 10-point lead to the Rangers. Burnett inbounds to Colbert. Colbert dribbles the ball across the timeline for the Lions. He's near the right wing, dribbles across top of the key, hands to Youngblood. Youngblood dribbles inside the arc, then back out, gets it across to Burnett. Pass tipped out of bounds by Burnett. There defensively for the Rangers was Aiden Bailey, causing that pass to be deflected by Burnett. So the Rangers have the basketball in the near court. Allen with the basketball gets it across court to Dawes, and it gets over the head of Bailey, but he's able to get it, and then gets it inside to Anderson, who's able to get a shot off, and a nice one at that as he fronts up to the basket. 14-6 is the score now. 1:12 left on the clock. Colbert with the basketball for the Lions. He dribbles across midcourt, being guarded by Allen. Crosses over, pulls up, gets down in the lane, is able to get a layup, and they're going to call him for a double dribble. It was a little iffy.
It was definitely iffy. He's a quick move to the inside.
Yeah, I thought that's one you kind of doesn't look much like a. I mean, there was a little bit of a hesitation, but it was part of the move. You know, I mean, it
Yes.
he didn't pick his dribble up and start dribbling again. So
Right.
pretty ticky-tack. So 14-6, under a minute remaining here as the Rangers have the basketball. Will likely try to play for a last shot. No, they're going to try to get it down low, and it's off of Robledo's leg. Youngblood with the loose ball dribbles across the timeline, and the Lions are going to pull up and try to dribble for the last shot. Rangers force the issue. Youngblood kicks it over to Sickles. Referee starts his count. Sickles drives down the right side of the lane, kicks it out to Burnett. Burnett kicks it back out to Youngblood as the Lions again trying to work the clock. We're down to 23 seconds. It's out to Sickles, top of the key. Rangers trying to force the issue. Sickles to Youngblood. Youngblood dribbles. He's got a count going. He needs to get the ball passed or drive in. He's able to get it inside the arc. He pulls up, gets it to Robledo. Deep three. And they're going to wave the shot off and say that he traveled. I didn't see that. 3 seconds left here on the clock, 14-6.
Looked like a catch and a shoot.
Yeah, maybe his foot slid, but it was all one motion. I don't know how you call that. Looked pretty good to me. It was no good. The shot was no good anyway. So the last second shot there to end the first period is no good from Iman Allen, and the score will remain 14-6 as we move into the second period here. Lions on top, and so far looking pretty good, especially on the offensive end, but defensively they're playing pretty well as well.
Good first quarter, maybe one of the best first quarters we've had so far this season. Solid defense, made a few shots, looked pretty good from a team perspective.
Well, let me give a shout out while we're here between periods to the platinum sponsor. Leander Lions Basketball Booster Club would like to direct everyone to the website bradysbridge.org. That's BRADYSBRIDGE.org. And read a little bit about the experience of Jeremy and Tabitha Fry and their son Brady, and the things that they're doing to assist families who have similar issues in finding childcare, et cetera, for children with special needs. So go check out the website, bradysbridge.org. Our platinum sponsor has denied their own airtime and asked us to promote Brady's Bridge instead. So we will do that going forward. And we're here in the second quarter. Rangers with the basketball. Eaton, loose ball picked up by Puckett. It was poked away by Sickles, I think. Puckett with the basketball, hands off to Colbert. He's at the right wing. Referee starts his count. Colbert dribbles in, hands to Puckett. Puckett drives into the lane. Nice move towards the basket. He's going to get an and one. Beautiful. Puckett sometimes looks out of control, but then he does that, and it's not. He's not out of control.
Correction, Chuck. They called a charge.
Oh, too bad. I had to take the points off the board. I was already adding it to the scoreboard and anything. That looked like a good drive to me.
It sure did.
Rangers working it around. Poked away by Colbert. Ball's loose. Picked up by Robledo, and it's loose still. Meyer with the basketball. We're going to have a tie-up, and I can't see the possession arrow, so it's going to be Lions ball, looks like. And to inbound near midcourt on the visitor side of the court here at the Lions Den will be Michael Sickles. He gets it into Colbert. Colbert dribbles across the timeline at midcourt. Kicks it over to Meyer at the top of the key. Meyer finds Sickles. Sickles left wing. Starts his dribble left, comes back right, gets it to Colbert. Top of the key. Colbert drives the lane on the right side. Off the backboard, no good. Just a little bit too much, and they're going to be off of Robledo is what the referee called. Robledo not happy with that call as he thought it was off of Dawes. Dawes gets it to Allen. Allen across the timeline. 6:45 remain. 14-6 is the score. Ball is loose. It looked like a pinball bouncing around in there.
Hit at least
Bailey
three.
tried to get it to Clark, and it went off Clark's leg, and then it went off of Meyer and 2 or 3 other guys before out of bounds to the Lions. Colbert with the basketball. 6:30 remaining in the half. He gets it into Meyer, who hands it right back to him at the top of the key. Over to Robledo, right wing. Robledo pulls up. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound to the Rangers. Clark gets it over to Anderson. Anderson dribbles across the timeline. Pulls up there in left wing. Passes over to Allen. Allen over to Clark. Clark back to Anderson. Anderson down low to Allen for the layup, and it's 14-8.
That was a good cut to the basket.
Well, the Lions have gotten a little bit cold here, at least offensively. 5:44 remaining here in the half. Colbert with the basketball. Being guarded. Drives in, kicks it out to Sickles. Unable to get a handle, and he tries to pass it in, and it's stolen by Clark. Clark gets it to Allen in the corner. No good on the three-pointer. Colbert with the rebound. He'll pull up and let the defense go by, and we'll have a timeout as Coach Bradley wants to talk to him about, taking a good shot. Settle down a little bit. They were so hot to start the game, and then they've cooled down a little bit.
Definitely cooled down, like you say, maybe a little complacent, but just need to take a good shot and get back in the rhythm.
Well, while we're here at timeout, we'll mention the other sponsors as well. The Leander Lions Basketball Booster Club would like to thank their bronze sponsors. Those sponsors include Linton Dental, Maddox Insurance, and Malik & Company. So if you have dental needs, you got insurance needs, or you need to refinance your home, those are your people, right? They're supporting Lion basketball.
Absolutely, and we appreciate everything that they do, the support they provide.
And those names are pretty regularly advertised by multiple booster clubs here. I know baseball and football appreciates Amy Maddox and what she does there for the Lions. And that pass, it's going to be a foul called against the Rangers' Braden Dawes, as the pass from Meyer to Sickles was affected by the foul. Burnett to inbound for the Lions. He gets it over to Colbert near the scorer's table. Passes cross court to Robledo. Robledo starts his dribble, pulls up, hands to Burnett. Burnett dribbles off of his leg, is able to get the loose ball. Hands it to Robledo. Robledo dribbles inside the lane, pulls up. Jumper no good off the back iron. Rebound Anderson of the Rangers, but his pass is stolen by Robledo and put right back for a 16-8 lead. He stole that one. 4:38. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's the way you hustle and continue to stay with the play, despite missing the shot.
Following up, playing defense, staying involved.
So Dawes with the basketball. Check that, Bailey with the basketball. He kicks it over to Clark. Clark at the top of the key. He'll back up. Pass over to Allen to Bailey. Bailey tries to drive the right lane. He'll kick it over to Dawes, who pulls up for a three, and he'll drain it. It is now 16-11 as Vista chips away at the Lion lead. 5 points is the lead now. 3:57 and counting here in the half. Colbert with the basketball, hands it over to Meyer. Meyer, right wing, hands over to Colbert. Colbert starts to dribble in, backs out. Dribbles down the lane, kicks it out. Sickles, right wing for a three, and it's good. He drained it. He wants Sickles to remain hot. He's 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. 19-11. Bailey with the basketball, tries to get it inside to Dawes. Poked away, and the Lions will push it the other way. Sickles trying to get it down to Robledo on the block. He's able to. Defense is there, but Robledo with a head fake and able to get it back up. 21-11. Rangers trying to continue to work it quickly back down as they work it around. Clark with the basketball over to Bailey on the right wing. Bailey starts his dribble, passes over to Anderson near the top of the key. Anderson starts his dribble, puts a forearm out there, and they're going to get him with a foul. Nope. They're going to call Meyer for a foul. Yeah, you saw the forearm, right?
I
mean, it was right in front of the referee. You throw that forearm up, usually that gets called, even if it doesn't make pay dirt, right?
Looked like a little bit of a push-off.
Just looks like that. He's getting ready to clear some space. Rangers inbound. Right now, Clark with the basketball, top of the key. Poked away by Sickles as Clark tried to get it over to Dawes. The number 10s are battling each other. Dawes and Sickles. So Anderson will come over near the line bench to inbound for the Rangers. And Youngblood will come into the game for Michael Sickles, and he'll get a breather. 21-11 the score, 2:46 in the half. Anderson looking to inbound and gets it to Eaton. His pass is stolen by the Lions. Burnett with the basketball. Burnett picks up his dribble, gets it over to Meyer inside the lane. Meyer hands it to Youngblood. He's a little dangerous with that basketball. Colbert with it now, left wing. Eaton guarding him. Colbert kicks it out to Burnett, who drives in from the wing. He kicks it across court to Robledo off the front iron. No good with that three-point attempt. Rebound goes to Clark. Stolen by Youngblood when that pass from Clark. Oh, Robledo tried to get an alley-oop there from Devontae Youngblood that would have brought the rafters down, even though we're not overly crowded here today on a holiday.
Good idea, just didn't quite get there.
Timing just slightly off. 2:07 here in the ball game, or the half rather. Bailey with the basketball for the Rangers, guarded by Robledo. Kicks it out to Clark, cross court to Dawes. We're going to have a foul away from the basketball, and it's going to be against it's either going to be against Dawes or Bailey. I thought it maybe called it on Dawes, but I thought it would have been Bailey, but nope. So under 2 minutes, we're at 1:52 and counting. 21-11 is the score. Colbert with the basketball across midcourt. Passes to Youngblood on the right wing. Youngblood looking for an open man. Passes cross court to the left wing where Colbert was, and he gets it over to Meyer. Meyer gets it down on the baseline to Robledo for a nice layup, and it's 23-11. And the Rangers try to hurry it, and it's stolen by Burnett. Burnett gets it across to Youngblood. Youngblood down the lane. Had Colbert open there on the block, and the pass a little bit too low, maybe a little bit too hot, out of bounds to the Rangers with 1:21.
A little hard to handle.
Yep. Lions are playing pretty well, though, right here. They just need to slow that down, that remain in control. Rangers are working it around the arc here, and the Lions closing in defensively. 1:10 remaining on the clock. Bailey guarded by Robledo. Over to Clark, who hands to Dawes. Dawes, top of the key, tries to get it inside, and Robledo with the steal, guarded by Dawes. He's able to get in and get a putback on his miss. He's like, I need a rebound too.
Nice putback after the miss contested. It was a contested layup.
Well, it's like, the days of Oscar Robinson when he'd miss a shot just to get the rebound. We got a foul call.
Okay, Chuck, you're dating us.
Easy. Nobody knows who that is. That's what Wikipedia's for. That's even way before even our time. Yeah, we're very young. So inbounding for the Lions will be the Rangers. Bailey, he gets it over to Dawes, and he airballs a three-point attempt, and it'll go out to the Lions with 32 seconds remaining here in the first half. Sickles to inbound for the Lions. He gets it over to Colbert. And the Lions will play for this last shot, although the Rangers are waiting to force the count, which as soon as Colbert's across the line, they're on him defensively. He penetrates left wing, kicks it back out to Sickles. Sickles being guarded by Bailey. He'll pass it over to Colbert, who's being guarded by Allen. Referee's got his count. Colbert drives down the right lane. Layup no good. We're going to have a blocking foul called against Clark of Vista Ridge. And so with 4 seconds remaining, Colbert will get an opportunity at the stripe, a 1-for-1. Well, we're in the bonus. Well, I guess that only means you shoot when it's non-shooting fouls. This is a shooting foul. First shot good.
Nice, smooth free throw.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good technique. A lot better than my herky-jerky motion up there. I look like Charles Barkley trying to hit a drive. Second free throw good, 27-11. Rangers try to work it across for that last shot. Going to be no good. And that'll be the score at the half, 27-11. The Lions lead. You know, we're going to ask that you stay tuned or at least come back momentarily in about 10 minutes for the second half. We're going to take a quick break here on SHN Sports. For Martin Cano, I'm Chuck Cracy. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Lions Den here on the campus of Leander High School, where the Lions lead the crosstown rival Vista Ridge Rangers by a score of 27-11 here at the half. And we're going to read, I'm going to hand it over here to Martin. He's going to read first half unofficial stats. Martin, go ahead.
Had a good half from several players on the Leander side. Noah Robledo with 13. Michael Sickles with 9, including a couple of big threes. Zach Meyer and Sean Colbert both with 2 apiece. On the flip side, Vista Ridge, Adonis Anderson's with 4, Braden Dawes with 3.
And, of course, the Lions were able to build a pretty big lead early in the first period, both by the cold shooting of the Vista Ridge Rangers and the coupled with the hot shooting of the Lion basketball players. And then, the second quarter was kind of both teams were a little bit sloppy, and the Lions especially, and they allowed Vista to kind of climb back in within about 5 points, maybe 7 points, and then the Lions pushed it back out going into the half. And we'll see if they can build on that here as they're holding on to a 16-point lead as we get ready to start the third period.
We had a strong finish to the half, just like the strong start to the game.
Yeah, I'd like to see another strong push here to start the third period, kind of take any idea away from Vista Ridge that they might have an opportunity to cut into this and make it a holiday miracle for them. Because they're down big, and from what we've heard, they've been as the Lions were during tournament time, bitten by the flu bug. With the basketball now for the Rangers is Allen. He's guarded by Colbert. Allen dribbles to the right wing, gets it over to Dawes, top of the key, passes over to Bailey. Bailey gets it over to Allen, and then Allen inside to Clark. Clark across the lane, able to get one up over the rim just barely, but with Meyer in his face, is able to knock it down 27-13. 7:23 and counting here in the third period. Colbert with the basketball for the Lions. He gets it over to Meyer, top of the key, back over to Colbert, right wing. Colbert starts his dribble into the arc, backs out, kicks it over to Puckett, back out to Colbert, back to Puckett, left wing. Hands it over to Sickles, and then give and go to Puckett, who loses the handle. And the Rangers have the loose ball. Nice block there by Meyer as Aiden tried to drive the basket. Sickles with the basketball, pulls up, kicks it over to Robledo, who's changed his hairstyle this half. He hands it over to Sickles, right wing, over to Robledo. Robledo goes baseline. He kicks it inside the lane to Meyer. What a pass.
Nice pass.
What a pass. 29-13 is your score. With the basketball is Allen. Allen kicks it over. Three-point attempt no good from Anderson. Rebound to Robledo. Robledo kicks it over to Sickles. Sickles dribbles up the visitor's sideline. He's in the near court. Runs into his own player, picks up his dribble. Passes over to Puckett. Puckett near the top of the key. Drives right wing. Passes into the lane where Meyer is waiting. Kicks it over to Puckett for a three-pointer right wing. Off the front iron, no good. Clark rebound. Rangers pushing it the other direction. Cross court to Bailey. Then to Clark. Clark to Bailey. Bailey over to Dawes, right wing. Dawes kicks it over to Clark. And then give and go back to Dawes in the lane for the layup, 29-15. Robledo with the basketball. He drives, and they're going to wave it off as there was a foul call against Aiden Bailey as Robledo, started put the ball on the floor. And that makes anybody nervous if you're guarding him.
He was making a strong move to the basket.
Robledo pulls up on the baseline. A little bit too soft off the front iron. Rebound Dawes. 5:20 remaining here in the third period. Dawes left wing, guarded by Sickles. Backs out. Kicks it over to Allen on the left wing. Cross court to Clark. Three-pointer from the top of the key is good. 29-18. And the Rangers trying to sneak back in this thing. Colbert with the basketball. Drives down the right wing. They're going to call him for a travel. He had to pick up the basketball as he was pushed, but they didn't call the push. They just called the travel.
I thought there was going to be a foul there.
Could have been called a foul. They laid off of it. Clark inbounds to Allen. Allen dribbles across the timeline. Dribbles top of the key, kicks it back over to Anderson. Anderson over to Dawes. Dawes from the baseline. Hits a two-pointer, and just like that, it's 29-20. And they've cut it to single digits. 4:30 here in the period. Colbert with the basketball just across the midcourt line, right in the Lions' mouth. Passes over to Meyer, top of the key. Meyer to Sickles, left wing, down low to Puckett on the block. Puckett turns, and it's no good off the backboard. Rebound to Clark of the Rangers, and he gets it over to Allen. Allen in the lane to Dawes in the corner, and he nails a three-pointer. It's 29-23. We're going to need a timeout here for too long. Colbert.
Vista Ridge off to a quick start.
Colbert gets it across the timeline. Yeah, we wanted a quick start just from us, not Vista. He hands to Meyer, left wing. Hands back to Colbert. Poked away by Clark. He gets it over to Robledo, and we'll have a foul call again on Aiden Bailey, and they're going to be in foul trouble here pretty quick if they're not careful.
They have some troubles matching up and requires them to be a little more physical.
So Robledo will inbound near the bench. He gets it to Colbert. Colbert's going to be guarded by Allen. Kicks it over to Robledo in the corner, and we're going to get a travel called on Robledo as he kind of shuffled his feet, and Coach Bradley's going to call a timeout. He needs to talk to his team with 3:34 remaining here, hanging on to a 6-point lead here in the third.
Slow start.
Yeah, we wanted it to be a little faster, just on our side, not so much on the Vista side. But the Rangers, we talked about it. It doesn't matter. You can have a flu-ridden roster, and you're going crosstown to take on your crosstown rival. Your guys, that are getting moved up from the JV are going to play the best game they've ever played because they want to be in that victory.
Their opportunity, and they're trying to make the most of it, and you expect them to play as hard as they can, and at this point in time, we're seeing it.
Well, and, and the closer you let them to the lead and the longer you let them hang around, the more confidence it instills in them. And, these are athletes. These are good players. They're not going to just lay down and allow the Lions to beat them on the last game of the decade.
Closing it out.
And so the Rangers will inbound from under the baseline. It'll be Clark. We'll get it to Allen with 3:33 and counting. Allen gets it across the timeline. He's guarded by Colbert. Hands off to Clark. Clark has the basketball, top of the key, dribbles to his right, hands off to Allen, who gets it to Dawes. Dawes with the fake and dribbles into the lane. Jumper no good off the front of the iron. Loose ball grabbed by Clark. Back to Dawes, back to Clark. Three-point attempt, no good. Air ball, rebound Robledo. Robledo gets it up to Sickles. Sickles pulls up at the right wing, guarded by Dawes. Tries to get it to Robledo, is able to get it to Robledo, who gets it in on the block, kicks it out to Puckett. Back over to Sickles, top of the key. Three-pointer's good. 32-23 now.
You might say we needed that one, Chuck.
Yes, and it rolled in. It was nice, timely three-pointer. Runner no good from Dawes. Rebound to Puckett. Puckett gets it over to Sickles, back over to Puckett. Puckett dribbles to the right of the arc, hands off to Sickles, right wing. Sickles gets it in to Meyer near the top of the key. A lot of contact going on. Meyer tries to get it to Robledo, and it's poked away by Dawes, out of bounds. It'll go to the lines, and in will come Chris Loof, who we haven't really seen since early in the ballgame. He got a start. He has been a defensive presence when he's on the court. Puckett to inbound. Gets it over to Sickles. Down to Robledo on the block. Too hard off the glass as he wanted to dunk it and he decided not to, and he went too hard. Loose ball to Clark. Clark over to Allen to Anderson, top of the key. Back to Allen, right wing. Three-pointer, no good off the front iron. Rebound, Sickles into Loof. And the Lions control. Colbert with the basketball into the near court. Pushing the basketball. Sickles left wing, three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Loof rebound, tries to get it over to Sickles, and it's out of bounds to the Rangers. 1:50 remaining in the third period. Score is 32-23. Allen handling the basketball for the Rangers across the timeline. Dribbles up the right side, pulls up right wing, passes over to Eaton, then to Dawes, three-pointer no good. Robledo with that rebound, dribbles across the timeline at midcourt. Being heckled by the defenders and spins and is able to put up a nice shot. They're going to call a travel, and Robledo just doesn't understand why they keep calling him for that. They don't like any shuffling at all. I guess they're going way back. You can't even be close to an NBA move.
At least the officials are consistent with that today.
They have been consistent, I'll give you that. Allen with the basketball for the Rangers. 1:20 and counting here in the third period. Lions up by 9. Pass to Dawes in the right corner. He picks up his dribble, hands over to Clark, right wing. He kicks it back to Dawes. Deep right wing, he'll dribble out. Guarded by Youngblood, kicks it down to Clark. Back out to Allen, who drives the lane. Layup, no good. Poked away by Puckett, and they're going to call a foul on Colbert, as he was on the backside of Anderson, and so Anderson will be at the line. Coach Bradley has a concern. So he's going to give him a shot because he's saying it was a putback, and that first free throw is no good. So he'll have his second shot here. Coach Bradley was disagreeing with the fact that he was trying to put it back. Looked more like a rebound. But
a lot of hands in there.
second free throw is good from Anderson. It is now 32-24. Colbert has the basketball for the Lions. We're under a minute at 52 and counting. He gets it across the timeline at midcourt. Goes between his legs with a dribble across court, and we have a push. It's going to go against number 30 of the Rangers. That's Luke Eaton. And that'll be his third foul. And so the Lions, not being in any type of bonus, will inbound here. Robledo to inbound. He passes it to Allen. And Colbert didn't want to give up an easy foul, and Allen gets a layup. 32-26. Those are the kind of things that'll cost you. You can't afford to have those things happen. 33 seconds, Robledo with the basketball.
A little bit sloppy with the ball there.
Being guarded by Bailey. Bailey with an intent look on his face. Robledo drives, kicks it out to Puckett. Shot no good. Rebound to Bailey. 14 seconds. He gets it up court to Anderson, guarded by Puckett. Spin move. Anderson no good to Loof with about 6 seconds to Robledo. 5 seconds. Robledo from midcourt. No good. He had a little bit of time. 32-26 is going to be the score at the end of the third, and so we'll move to the fourth with the Lions still on top, but, not by as much. Only up by 6.
Was definitely a little bit of a slow quarter for us. But we played strong in the fourth quarter almost every game this season.
Well, you definitely have a big opportunity here to either be 3-1 or 2-2. That's a big difference in district play, and so you hope they are able to get the right level of intensity and the right combination of guys. And that's, a lot of early district play in these tournaments are just for that, to find the right combinations for the right game situations. And so, while Coach Bradley probably has an idea that, he wants this kid taking a shot in crunch time and this kid, who are the guys that are going to, when you're up, still play hard and not kind of lose concentration and, turn the ball over here or there. And so, those are all dangerous things you have to deal with as a coach of high school kids.
Yes, they are. And let's not forget they're young men, but they are kids.
Yes.
And somewhat unpredictable
They
at
might
times.
be able to dunk on me, a grown man, but they're still kids. So Meyer to inbound for the Lions here as we open the fourth period. He gets it to Colbert in the backcourt. Colbert will be guarded by Allen as he crosses the timeline at midcourt. Colbert near the right wing, tries to get it in the lane to Meyer. It's poked away by Dawes. And so the Lions will maintain possession, but they'll be inbounding here on the visitor sideline. Youngblood trying to work his way over, being guarded as he tries to go to inbound. He gets it backcourt to Colbert. Colbert handles the basketball across the midcourt. He's guarded by Allen. Dribbles near the right wing, hands it over to Puckett. Deep right wing is poked out by Aiden Bailey. And the Vista doing a real good job with their hands there, being real handsy, poking the ball away. The Lions are still able to maintain possession.
Vista is doing everything they can to hang around.
So Puckett will inbound. Gets it to Meyer, who gets it over to Colbert, and he's fouled by Allen. A little overly aggressive there to try to get there defensively. And so the Lions will inbound here, and they're going to put us in the bonus here pretty quickly if that keeps up. Puckett gets it down on the block to Colbert, who spins and gets it in with a nice layup. That's a big man move.
Nice move. Oh, we have a steal.
Going back the other way, Colbert with the basketball on the right lane. He has to pull up his dribble as the Rangers cut off his route to the basket, and we're going to have a little bit of pushing back and forth here away from the basketball. And they're going to call Puckett for a reach around, like he wrapped around and tried to push the defender behind him. 34-26, your score, 7:18 left on the clock. Eaton inbounds to Allen. Allen with the basketball. Dribbles to the top of the key, jumps in the air, tries to pass it. Anderson with the basketball. He had to grab a loose ball. He gets it over to Dawes, and Dawes over to Anderson. Three-pointer no good. Colbert with the rebound, pushing it the other way across midcourt to Youngblood. Down low to Loof, and he's fouled as he's trying to get a handle on the basketball. Allen there to commit the foul. Let's be sure. Yeah, it's going to be called against Allen. He got a little wrestling move, put wrist control on him.
Yes, he did.
Can't do that in basketball. So inbound to Meyer, to Colbert, to Robledo for the layup.
Nice pass on the inside.
And Lions lead back to 10, 36-26. Number 30 with the basketball. That's Luke Eaton. Gets it over to Aiden Bailey, back to Eaton. Eaton over to Bailey. Bailey over to Allen. Allen back to Bailey. To Eaton on the right wing. Guarded by Meyer. Back out to Bailey. Bailey guarded by Loof, and then Robledo. Try to get it inside to Anderson. They're going to call a foul on the sophomore, Chris Loof, as he tried to reach in and poke it away. Had to lean on good positioning by Anderson.
Chris will learn as he continues to gain more experience.
And he's just figuring out how to control that big old body. Shot no good, rebound Loof. That's a long way to reach, I mean, us tall guys can be clumsy sometimes. Meyer with the basketball over to Sickles, right wing, down low to Loof on the block. Loof with a spin, off the glass, good.
Nice.
You like to see that from the youngin. 38-26.
Solid move.
Yeah, it looked very Duncan-esque, not to date myself again. Dawes with the basketball over to Anderson. Anderson dribbles across court down the lane, and they're going to get a foul called on Chris Loof. He tries to stick his knee out there. So he's got a long leg. You just put it over there. So they're going to say you can't use that as a weapon. They're going to pull Chris out. And so Bailey inbounds to Anderson. Dawes with the basketball. There's a foul away from the basketball. And they're going to call Sickles for a hold.
A lot of quick fouls here.
They're trying to maintain control, obviously. You know, as a referee crew, you don't want to lose control late in a game like this. You keep them together. And look, he pushed Bailey back, even there on the end. It's like, you're too close. Bailey guarded by Robledo. He gets it into Anderson. Anderson guarded by Meyer on the block. He gets it out to Dawes. Dawes guarded by Sickles. Drives the lane. Up off the glass, no good. Rebound Sickles. There's a lot of hacking going on. No whistle, though. Colbert with the basketball from Sickles. Across the timeline, left wing. Kicks it over on the block to Puckett. And they're going to call Puckett for a travel. He calls a lot of travels, that particular referee.
Not sure about that one.
Yeah. Borderline is going to get called. I think you pretty much going to have to keep that pivot foot planted no matter what. Don't even scratch your bottom of your toe with the floor. Right now, Dawes with the basketball. He kicks it over to Allen. And he gets it to Anderson in the lane, who spins and loses control out of bounds on the baseline. It was a nice move, but he lost control of the basketball, and it will go to the lines. Robledo to inbound. He gets it to Colbert. Colbert across the timeline, guarded by Anderson. They get it down low to Meyer for the layup.
Nice pass on the inside. Easy
You like
layup.
the control that you saw there, and the Lions taking advantage of the over-aggressiveness of the Rangers trying to cut into the lead here with 4.5 minutes to go. Eaton with the basketball gets it out to Allen. Allen dribbles into the arc, right near the free throw line, no good. Anderson with a rebound. His putback no good. And the rebound will go to Bailey. And his putback is no good, and there's a foul call. You got to get some of those rebounds. You can't let them have that many opportunities, even with a lead. 4:15 left on the clock. Bailey will step to the stripe. First shot is good. It's 40-27 now. Bailey will line up here his second of 2 free throws. Get a little crowd yelling, and he misses. Robledo with the rebound, pushing it across the timeline at midcourt. Pulls up right wing. Doesn't pick up his dribble, though. Starts back to the right. Does pick it up there. Hands it to Meyer in the lane. Out to Sickles, right wing. Down on the block to Robledo, and we have a foul.
Had a hold down there on the inside.
And they're going to call Aiden Bailey. That's got to be his 4th or 5th foul. He's real close to fouling out if he hadn't.
One more and put us in the bonus.
Colbert gets it to Robledo in the lane, and he spins, puts it on the ground, on the floor with a nice putback, or put in, rather, 42-27. Dawes with the basketball, kicks it down to Clark. Clark tries to get it into the cutting player, but Robledo there in the passing lane steals it, pushing it hard, gets it to Puckett, who misses the layup. Going back the other way is Dawes. Sickles there defensively. Dawes shot no good. Good defense there from Sickles. Rebound Colbert. Colbert slows it up a little bit with 3:24 remaining in today's game. Drives the baseline, kicks it out to Robledo. Three-pointer. Dagger.
Nice.
45-27. That'll pretty much ice it with 3 minutes to go as they're pushing a 20-point lead here, the Lions. Bailey working it around to Allen. Allen to Anderson. Anderson dribbles back out. 2:58. Gets it to Clark. Clark picks up his dribble, passes to Dawes. Dawes left wing, guarded by Sickles. Back over to Clark, top of the key. Puckett there hard to try to cut off the lane. And that was a kind of a linebacker fill the hole kind of move there. And they're going to get Puckett for the foul and put Clark at the line.
That was a definite "you're not coming through here"
Yeah,
move.
try the other side, not this side. So Clark will get an opportunity here with his first free throw, and it's good. 45-28 is your score.
Our fan base down there has some hats on. Looks like they're ready for the new year to start.
You ready to celebrate? Second free throw is good. So 45-29. Clark knocking down both of them. They're putting the pressure defense on. Colbert gets it in the near court. And they're going to say, why did he hesitate? He blew the whistle. So there's going to be a foul called against the lines before the shot, but he still hesitated to see if the shot went down. It's confusing, and Coach Bradley is questioning what's going on. 2:35.
Lions in solid control.
Yeah, Dawes kicks it over to Allen. Allen drives down the left side of the lane off the front iron, no good. Rebound, Puckett. Colbert with the basketball now. They try to trap him in the backcourt. He gets it with his dribble up to Meyer, and the layup's good, but they're going to get a foul when Colbert was still with the basketball before he passed to Meyer. So that layup from Meyer is no good, and they'll put Colbert at the line here with 2 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the ball game. 45-29 is the score. Colbert's first free throw attempt is good. Gives us a 46-29 score. I'd kind of like to see the Lions get a 50-cent piece here
That would be nice.
to finish the season or the year. 47-29 is the score. Rangers working the basketball, Eaton with it, passes over to Anderson. You know, I don't see how that's not a travel there. Guarded by Puckett.
Oh.
Anderson with a nice play with Puckett up in the air, and he's still able to make the basket. Robledo with the basketball, 1:55 and counting. He's in the lane, kicks it over to Meyer. Sickles gets the loose ball. The Rangers are hacking away, but the referees aren't calling. They're letting that clock burn. Colbert with the basketball, guarded by Clark. And they're going to call Colbert with a forearm on Clark. And Clark was complaining about it to the referee on the movement before. And Coach Bradley is he's letting the referees know that he's not very pleased with their quality of calls.
We've had several of the
Iffy ones, especially the travels. Those travels were weak. 1:33 left in the game. Allen with the basketball, kicks it over to Dawes. There was a travel. He pulls up, three-pointer in the corner, no good. Rebound to Meyer, and they're going to be a foul called on Eaton. So that'll put Meyer at the line with 1:23. Meyer pretty good at the stripe. We might get that 50-cent piece after all. We'll see here. With 1:23, we're going to get the bench cleared. And some of the younger guys in, some good district play experience. Got to let Meyer make his free throws. First one is good. 48-31.
I think we're going to get there.
Getting close.
There's going to be a few more foul shots.
There we go. Yeah, the way they're hacking, it should be able to get that 50. And so with 1:23, the Rangers with the basketball. Allen guarded by McVade. Allen with a three-pointer off the front iron, no good. Loose ball to McVade. He pulls up, drives the lane, Burnett misses a putback, and we're going to have a tie-up as Jacob Windsor was tied up with Josh Pump. So 1:01 left on the clock. Possession arrow to Vista So we may not hit 50.
Oh, we're going to be there.
101. So
It's coming.
the Rangers with the basketball. Dribbles across midcourt. Bryson Hill gets it to Wolf. Janellian over to Josh Pump, who misses a three-pointer. Rebound to the Rangers. Inside, Eaton kicks it out. Three-pointer, no good. And it's going to go to the Lions with 31 seconds left. Inbounding for the Lions will be Windsor. Windsor gets it to Braden Cano. Back over to McVeigh. Cano with the basketball across the midcourt line. Dribbles across to his left. Trying to eat up that clock down to 15 seconds. Dribbles in the lane. And it's got to be a foul call. Cano with a layup. No good. It's going to be off of the Rangers with 7 seconds remaining. The Lions will inbound. They're going to be able to go up 3-1 here in district play, Martin. Great job by this varsity squad as Braden's pass is poked out. Or no, looks like he just miscommunicated with the player receiving the inbound. So 7 seconds left. McVeigh pokes the loose ball away. Jump shot no good. Rebound to McVeigh for the Lions, and that's the ball game. We didn't get to 50, but that's good enough, right?
In this district, a W is always good.
Yep, 49-31. Great job by really the upperclassmen really played well, but they got some contributions from the young guys, Loof as well specifically. But credit Robledo, credit Sickles, and Meyer, and of course Colbert. Colbert's always handling the ball.
Colbert was driving good today. It was good to see Meyer come back from being sick and good quality time, solid performance.
It's hard to get back into playing shape when you've been down. But we want to encourage everybody to have a great and safe New Year's Eve this evening. Make sure that you don't do anything dumb. Make sure you call somebody if you need transportation. And if you can help it, it's always best to stay home on a night like tonight.
Absolutely.
So, but otherwise, we will see you on Friday when the Lions take on Round Rock.
Safe and Happy New Year, Chuck. We'll see you just around the corner.
We appreciate you being here, Martin. Thank you very much. For SHN Sports and Martin Cano, I'm Chuck Gracie. Tune in next time for Leander basketball. We'll be here on Friday.